here's what we're going to talk about today. While riding with Brett, doing a toy hunt, he had some really great questions that I thought would actually serve the community, kind of the newer collector community. So we're going to talk about, if you're kind of new to collecting, specifically Marvel Legends or Black Series, what should you expect, and maybe where should you be looking to buy these figures? Some questions for me?
So, this is the big thing. So, for everybody, so I know nothing about action figures. Up until the MCU, I probably wasn't even a fan. I didn't do comic books or any of that. So, I don't know anything about action figures. What I do know about action figures, I've learned from Spidey 209, and it's just getting out and just walking through Walgreens and looking at a toy, or Target, all right? So I have no idea what I'm looking for. What I do know is I love being in the hunt and going to the sections, and I like looking through them and saying, oh my gosh, this looks great. But then I'm like, is this old? Is this new? I don't know. So I take pictures of it and I blow Spidey Joe 9's phone up, and I'm like, hey, what about this? He's like, I got 14 of them. I'm like, okay. All right. So I throw it back on the shelf or whatever. Every once in a while I'll come by and I'll grab that perfect one. He's like, hey, grab me that. So my question for you is, in 2021, with new releases coming out, or if it's not a new release, it's the old release, what are the things am I looking for that I can say, hey man, Justin would like this. I'm not blowing your phone up. But it also lets other people who's going to be an action figure collector, I'm probably not going to be.
Right.
But we'll give them, hey, this is something that I need to pick up and need to put in my collection at home,
So what I hear you saying is, how can I distinguish between what is kind of a figure that, hey, this is a treasure, right?
Yeah.
And if I'm going to start collecting, I really want to start with a treasure, a grail, so to speak, a potential grail, and not a pegworm, not an MCU domino.
Right. Definitely not a domino.
Well, look, there's a lot of stuff being thrown at us right now, so it can seem overwhelming to keep up with. So I think you got to start with kind of a confined niche where maybe that's just Marvel Legends or just Star Wars Black Series, and start educating yourself with that. Some of the sites that I like to use is Action Figure 411. Why do I like that site? Well, not only does it have a catalog of all the figures, it is giving active sales of those figures on eBay. Now, eBay is not the be-all, end-all for what a figure should really be worth. There's a reason we call it Evil Bay. That's where scalpers take advantage of collectors and put stuff up for sale, and for the collector who must have it right now, they pay 3 times retail to get it. Now, however, what it does give you is an indication of desirability and whether or not it may be a past release that's not being released anymore. So it's what is available is out there, and now that is kind of a true more market price, and it lets you know, hey, did I just stumble upon a grail, or is this actually selling on eBay for less than what it retails for? And that by definition is a pegworm, right? The second thing is there's a website called figurelist.co. I like this website specifically for Marvel Legends and DC Multiverse because they have a very it's really an attractive website that's easy to look at, that gives you a catalog of everything that's out and is beginning to tell us what is coming out. Okay, the other thing that I would encourage you to do is pay attention to some of our fellow YouTubers, such as the Fwoosh is one of my favorite, JC's another. These are guys who are giving information, educational information, kind of a news release. The Fwoosh does his website release to non-Patreons every Saturday morning. And what is he talking about? He's talking about what's coming out next. So he's a steady stream of high quality information. He also has a website, the Fwoosh front page. I don't remember the website address perfectly, but I'll link it in the description below. And it has all the future releases that are coming out, specifically with Marvel Legends, Black Series, NECA, kind of your more popular brands. And you can watch those, you can go to those websites and see hey, what's coming out. And then maybe make a list of, hey, here's what I'm targeting. This is what I would like to start a collection with. Maybe it's a Miles Morales. Miles Morales right now, the Marvel Legends that had been available was selling for about $90, but now they've re-released the animated series Miles Morales, and you can get it for $19.99. You can pre-order it. You might find it in the stores. And so you wouldn't want to go out and buy that older Miles because they're releasing a new one, right? And it's going to be better anyways. It's going to be better articulated, and it's going to be a better copy of it's almost an exact representation of the animated series. So I'd start there. In terms of stores to be hunting in, your primary stores are going to be Walmart, Target, Walgreens, GameStop, Books A Million, and let's see here. That's going to be your major department store releases. Now, not every figure is released at every store. Stores have exclusives. You have Target exclusives, Walmart exclusives, you have GameStop exclusives, Gamerverse type figures that release at GameStop. I don't know if there's a Books A Million exclusive, but right now, one of the hottest items that you can be hunting for is the Clone Wars Black Series Walmart exclusive. I'm still hunting for the Mandalorian Loyalists to be able to put in my collection. I have not been able to find it. I've only ever found one Clone Wars Walmart exclusive in store, and it was an Ahsoka Tano. It's great. Yeah. My sister found the rest of them for me in Alexandria, which is 120 miles away or something like that. So, but exclusives are hard to find. So if you're going to be hunting and you're looking for something that has the potential to be a Grail figure or a treasure, as we called it, you want to look for those store exclusives because there's less of them. It's harder to find at times. And so that's where I would start. There's more, but I don't want to overwhelm you or try to give you all the information. So if you're new to collecting and you wanted to kind of know where to start, that's where I'd start. So, Brett.
So let me ask you, I got one more question. All right. So I know you have some very pricey comic books, things that you like that's this is a treasure for me. Not a price tag, but a treasure.
Right.
If there's one figure out there, I know you like the McFarlane Spider-Man.
Yep.
If there's one figure out there right now that you're looking for, or somebody else that could look for that you think is a top tier piece, a Grail to speak, what piece would that be?
We've already mentioned it, and that is the Ahsoka Tano Clone Wars. I don't know that they're going to do a major release of the Clone Wars version of Ahsoka Tano again. Black Series has a way of, they might. It's not something that they're going to repack. A lot of figures get repacked over and over and over again, especially trooper type stuff. I don't see that ever being a repack. And because Star Wars is starting to push out a lot of Disney Plus content, they're going to be busy releasing the newest stuff. And I don't think they're going to revisit Ahsoka Tano and Clone Wars again. So it has all the makings of kind of, in real estate, think about it this way. In real estate, if it's on the water, you have a piece of real estate on the water, it's always on the water. So it's called an anchor. And that anchor gives it value long term because it's something immovable that's likely to never change, that's going to have perpetual desirability. Well, in action figure collecting, when you have something that's an exclusive of a very popular character that has, that is not likely to be re-released, to me that's like an anchor of value, right? There's not a chance that it's the Clone Wars version is going to be released again, in my opinion. I could be wrong, and they may do one every year. They're going to do Ahsoka's, but not Clone Wars Ahsoka and the animated series. And so, to me, I feel like if you can get your hands on that figure right now, you want to open one because you want to do the dual lightsabers and you want to have her battle in Darth Maul. Please release another Darth Maul if you're listening, Hasbro. But at the same time, you want one mint on card because you might get that sucker graded one day and have it hanging on your wall with a light shining on it because it's your Grail piece. Maybe I'm just too much of an Ahsoka fan, but that's just my opinion.
That's awesome. Well, I'll definitely look forward to seeing the links below and checking it out. And maybe I won't blow your phone up as much while I'm in.
Keep sending me photos. If you're a hunter, encourage other people to hunt with you and for you. Yeah. That way you kind of expand your reach.
Awesome.
All right, buddy. See you.